This is The Big Story presented by HerbChambers.com.
Hi, I'm Chad Finn from the Boston Globe and Boston.com, and this is a big story. Well, we're still trying to put into perspective Rajon Rondo's performance Saturday night when he came back with what we knew at the time was a serious elbow injury. Now we know it's dislocated, not broken. He's going to give it a go tonight in Game 4 against the Heat. But the thing we've done in the interim is try to put this in perspective in terms of where it ranks among injuries or heroic performances, if you use that word for sports, in Boston sports history. Right now, you think of a couple things with Celtics. Larry Bird banging his chin off the court against the Pacers in 1991. John Havlicek playing with a right shoulder injury, his shooting shoulder in the 73 Eastern Finals against the Knicks. Kevin McHale limping through the 87 playoffs with a bad foot that he didn't know was broken that derailed his career eventually. Then there's Drew Bledsoe with a pin in his finger. We think of Tom Brady as being the tough guy, but the guy before him was a pretty tough quarterback too. And then countless things with the Red Sox. Curt Schilling, bloody sock, probably number one on everybody's list. Pedro Martinez pitching through a shoulder injury in the 99 postseason. So we're still going to find out as the series plays out where Rondo ranks, but certainly he's on the short list right now. Top three. You have to go with Curt Schilling in 2004 postseason, not only because what was wrong with his ankle and how they treated it was unprecedented, but just what was at stake. I mean, it had been 86 years since the Red Sox won a world championship. It looked like the ace, the co-ace of the staff. He was probably their number one starter that year. Was not going to be able to go, and it felt like the same old Red Sox. And instead, basically a baseball miracle happened, and Schilling came through that postseason against the Yankees, and then again in the World Series against the Cardinals. That's one. I'd put Pedro at number two in the 99 postseason because he had one of the great pitching seasons of all time that year, and then all of a sudden he had that oblique shoulder injury. And you weren't sure if he was going to be able to go. And 6 no-hit innings in relief in the clincher against the mighty Cleveland Indians. That one's one for the record books, even though they didn't go on to win the World Series that year. And then 3, I'll take Larry Bird in 91, just because I'm not quite old enough to remember Havlicek, but I remember Larry Bird banging his head on the court and looking like he got his bell rung pretty badly. His career was winding down then. He had plenty of injuries, and that was one of Larry's last great hurrahs, one of the great moments of a career Celtics fans will never forget.